Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell.
Right after New Year's Day, my holiday gaming setup was already locked in because one of the year's most talked about releases had landed in my hands, the Realme Neo 8. Once again, this phone positions itself as a flagship built for gaming, aiming to outdo the competition. But this time, instead of obsessing over raw performance, our attention is on something else entirely, the display. The Realme Neo 8 is the first to launch with a 165Hz Samsung panel. That immediately raises a few big questions. Does such an extreme refresh rate actually matter in daily use? Have the long-standing viewing angle issues that older Samsung screens were known for finally been fixed? Can this display stand shoulder to shoulder with iPhones that also rely on Samsung panels? And in today's crowded flagship Android market, does it really have what it takes? A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. This screen uses the same Samsung M14 material found in the iPhone 17 Pro Max. In the past, Samsung's M-series panels were reserved strictly for top-tier flagships from Apple and Samsung themselves. Because iPhones sometimes ship with mixed suppliers, some users even went through multiple exchanges just to get a Samsung panel. That says a lot about their reputation. Traditionally, Samsung's screens are known for sharp clarity, vivid colors, excellent uniformity, and strong power efficiency. The trade-off, however, was often viewing angles. Slightly off-axis, you'd see that familiar greenish tint, which many people couldn't ignore. So naturally, the first thing we tested here was viewing angle performance, and the result was honestly shocking. Is this really the Samsung we remember? The viewing angles on the Neo 8 are the best we've seen so far, even outperforming many flagships in the £600 price range. At several commonly used wide angles, there's absolutely no green tint at all. It's genuinely impressive. It's like the student who was once criticized for poor grades suddenly became top of the class overnight. Can you believe that turnaround? Moving on to color performance, the screen makes a great first impression right away with no noticeable color bias. Measured results show the white point aligns with CIE 2015 Tengree D65, and the accuracy actually surpasses that of some flagship devices. Uniformity across the panel is also excellent. When it comes to color gamut, color accuracy, and gamma performance, this is Samsung quality combined with solid local tuning, so there's really nothing to worry about. Power efficiency is another pleasant surprise. The Neo 8's display power consumption curve is better than that of typical 1.5K OLED panels, which means efficiency isn't being sacrificed for specs. Beyond all the expected strengths, this screen has one more standout feature: brightness. Manual full-screen brightness can hit 1000 nits, and in sunlight mode, with a 20% window, peak brightness skyrockets to an astonishing 3780 nits. In simple terms, even under harsh midday sunlight, the screen remains easy to read. For those concerned about high brightness shortening panel lifespan, Realme has addressed that too. They conducted T95 brightness decay testing and achieved 1500 hours, which is about 50% higher than the industry average. No, we don't expect the screen to magically get smoother over time, brighter, but the confidence behind that official claim does provide some peace of mind. After spending enough time appreciating the display, let's not forget what this phone is meant to be: a flagship gaming device. That brings us back to the original question. Do phones really need ultra-high refresh rates? If you don't want to use it, you can always turn it off, but you can't just brush it aside as meaningless. Our conclusion is clear. Ultra-high refresh rates absolutely matter, and pairing them with ultra-high touch sampling rates matters even more. This is where mobile displays are heading in 2026. Some of you might argue that in real gameplay, the difference between 165Hz and 120Hz isn't noticeable. To address that, we slowed things down and recorded the entire process so you could see it clearly. In PUBG Mobile's shooting range, when running at 90 Hz, slow motion footage reveals obvious stuttering in the target's movement, even skipped frames. Switch to 165 Hz, and the motion becomes smooth and continuous. When it comes to frame rate, especially in fast 3-axis movement scenarios, every bit of responsiveness and visual clarity counts because reaction time and information intake are everything in competitive gaming. To gain faster aiming, tighter recoil control, steadier sight tracking, and smoother movement, it feels like everything else gets sacrificed. Even stability, comfort, and maybe the peace of mind locked away with old memories at home. And when it really matters, the moment you pull out your phone, the frame rate suddenly tanks. That single drop can be the reason you didn't spot the enemy in time, missed the vehicle, failed to reach the safe zone, or couldn't finish the match. Compared to LCD panels, where dynamic clarity is affected by many different factors, OLED screens are much more straightforward. Their motion clarity is basically tied directly to refresh rate, which makes the difference instantly noticeable. From an eye comfort standpoint, OLED panels also have their TFT reset frequency closely linked to refresh rate. For users who are especially sensitive, a higher refresh rate can feel noticeably easier on the eyes and more comfortable over long sessions. Now, you probably understand why professional pressure-sensitive set of setups don't rely on phones without ultra-high refresh rates like 165 Hz. Another key element that deeply affects gaming feel is touch sampling rate. The ultra-high refresh rate we talked about earlier mainly improves what you see on screen, but actual control responsiveness depends heavily on how quickly the screen registers your touch. Many players notice this when playing games like Delta Force. They feel the controls aren't responsive, so they keep cranking up aiming speed and movement sensitivity. Even then, it still feels sluggish. The real issue isn't settings, it's insufficient touch sampling, which causes input delay. To show this clearly, we recorded footage at the same frame rate, but with different touch sampling rates. The Realme Neo 8 on the left shows smoother aiming and quicker response compared to the phone on the right. That's the real-world impact of ultra-high touch sampling combined with synchronized touch and display technology. It's not just about what you see, but how instantly the phone reacts to you. Beyond the basic difference between high refresh rate and ultra-high refresh rate, we already know that higher is better. What we were more curious about was how many games can actually run at full frame rate when this phone is set to 165 Hz. You can pause the video and check our test data, but the results are impressive. Not only competitive FPS titles like Delta Force and Call of Duty Mobile benefit, but even less esports-focused games such as Minecraft and Rhythm Master gain a noticeably smoother experience at 165 Hz. On top of that, popular titles like Honor of Kings and Valorant already support 144 Hz. We're genuinely excited to see which games will join this ultra-high refresh rate ecosystem next. Of course, the dream scenario is a future where the entire system runs at 165 Hz, because smooth information flow matters just as much as smooth gameplay, as long as the battery can keep up. What really stands out here is that the Realme Neo 8's screen quality goes far beyond what we expected from an esports-focused phone in this price segment. The overall display quality has reached true flagship standards, especially when it comes to viewing angles, completely overturning our previous assumptions about Samsung panels. Is this really the Samsung screen we thought we knew? When it comes to gaming, the answer is crystal clear. The 165 Hz ultra-high refresh rate on a smartphone isn't just a marketing number, it actually works. This is easily one of the smoothest and most responsive phones you can buy right now. On top of that, as a product that carries forward Oppo's familiar design philosophy, the Realme Neo 8 fully integrates with Oppo's after-sales service system, offering more reliability and peace of mind. By using the same M14 screen material found in the iPhone, Realme has delivered an almost flawless gaming phone experience for this price range. Better display quality, stronger system tuning, and a more focused push toward a high refresh rate gaming ecosystem are what allow more users to truly experience ultra-smooth visuals and crystal clear motion. All right, that's it from Young Player. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.